Crown Sorrente here in Cocoa Beach, first round of the Offshore Championships here in the United States. And we are so excited because we have a brand new sponsor, High Tech Deck. And I talked to Robert about his product 2 months ago. He sent me a sample. Me and his son Robbie put used gear oil on it. We did everything we could to destroy it, and it wiped right off. I was blown away. I couldn't believe it. I showed my detailer. He was blown away. He couldn't believe it.
No water, nothing. Let's just see how it does with a towel. Oh, fuck. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that one wipe with the towel. There's nothing on the towel, right?
Just
other dirty spots.
Well, just where my finger was, even on the towel.
But there's
So,
no
right here,
cleaner on it. There's no nothing.
Cleaner. Look, that's bare. That's dry, bare bones, both sides. All right, no cleaner.
Go look at that way. It's all built
Right
up.
here,
Look,
right where the buildup is. Gone.
So we're really happy that we're able to partner and really show off what their product is in our world in racing.
They have an amazing product. They sent us a sample piece a couple months back, and we shut down all production for about an hour trying to destroy that thing. We could not do it. I mean, it is amazing. We did everything from used gear lube, used engine oil, sealant, anything you can imagine, and we could not destroy it. Super, super happy with it. We look forward to using it on a lot of our customers' boats as well.
It's impossible to stain it. This stuff just wipes right off. It's crazy. It's amazing stuff.
What I say to the marine industry is look out. High Tech Deck is coming. Our product's been tested by the consumers. They go out, they fish hard. The blood's not staining the deck. It's easy to clean. It's not fading on them. It's not peeling up and falling out of the boat on them. It's the customers that are saying our product is not staining, not fading, not peeling. Not me. It's the customer saying that.
Over the next 6 months to a year, I hope to have high tech in a lot of the high performance applications because it's a better product. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I mean, we do repowers in our Mercury Racing dealership constantly, and my guys have to completely cover the backs of the boats because the other products in Robert's space will get stained, and then I'm buying the product to replace it because we can't get rid of it. So when I saw this product, and not only when I saw it, but when we tried it out and I put used gear lube on it and wiped it off like it was nothing, I couldn't believe it.
I think it's really cool. I mean, it's a product that we all use and recognize. Us having a sponsor that actually relates to us as pleasure boaters and race boat, it's really cool. We use it.
But when we did the decking on this boat, it's really about safety for us because we have a very aero-dependent boat. Everything's rolled off the side, which makes it very slick in the air, but it also makes it slick when it gets wet. So when we got to climb in the cockpit, the last thing we want to do is hurt ourselves or fall off the boat before we even go racing. So we put pads here on the side, because you see it rolls off. That way we have some grip before we get in. And then, for example, when we got to take it out of the water, we crane it out. That's what that lift hook is there. And then there's 2 lift hooks back here. So when they got to crane it out, the crew guys got to walk back on the back of the boat that slopes way down. It's usually wet from the race. So now they have some grip so that they can hook up the boat. Then when we're working on the boat, at the back, engine cowlings are off. A lot of times we'll set tools, parts on the back of the decking. When we had other products on this boat, we couldn't do that because if it got dirty, it was junk. Now, with high tech, we don't have to worry about that. We can put our tools on it, it can get greasy, it just wipes right off, and we're good to go.
As far as the cockpit already naturally being safety, with the decking in there, it helps with sound dampening as well. It kind of helps cut out the vibrations and whatnot, so when we're talking to the guys from shore to the boat, we can hear them a lot clearer. There's no loss of communication, and it really does a good job at killing those weird sounds and picking up background noise that you don't want to hear while you're trying to focus on going fast.
Climbing around on the boat, and I looked in the canopy. Honestly, I looked in and I seen my name on the side of the boat. I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I started looking at all the detail. Like, you could tell the guys really took their time on the scanning and design. It didn't have to be that nice for a race boat, but they made it look good, and it's really nice stuff.
The way we use the decking in here is for a couple reasons. Number one, when we're filming, it really adds some flair to the cockpit. Instead of just seeing raw carbon, you get to see all the different colors. Obviously, the high-tech logo's in there. Then on top of that, it gives us grip. If we crash the boat and we got to get out, it gives us grip. When we're not able to brace against our foot braces, we can use that to help push ourselves out of the boat. And other than that, it just looks really cool. And they put our names in. Look at that, so I don't forget who I am.
Season starts, we've had a real huge push to get the boat ready for the first race, but really the first race is just the kickoff to our season. We want to be strongest at the end of the year. I want to win the national championship again, which I won 2 years ago. That means a lot to me because it shows that you're strong over the whole season. So I want to continue to build, try to get that national championship, and then hopefully we can win the worlds after that.
So this year, super stock, you have to run a certain engine, you have to have a certain tunnel width, you have to have a certain length, certain weight, all that's constricted. So what's not constricted is things like our setback brackets, how much you move the motor back or forward affects how the boat will react both calm water and in rough water and changes your CG a bit. And then obviously you can do any bottom design you want for 2025. We built an entire new bottom with stuff that we learned from last year. Overall, we're really happy with it. Some of the things that are different about our boat versus most boats here in the States is we really care about aero. So our deck design, everything was done with CFD, computational fluid dynamics, to make sure that we were as slick through the air as possible. Because the cool thing about these types of boats is that they're more of an airplane than they are a boat. When you're going down the straightaways, it's all aero. It's all compression in the tunnel. So in other words, air runs down your tunnel, 63-inch tunnel, and then you have its bigger opening at the front than at the rear, vertically. And then we also are allowed to run a tab. The tab has to be fixed, so we can't adjust it while we're running. We can only adjust it in between tests. And what that tab does is it adds extra compression at the back of the boat, once again to help it fly, create more lift at the back to carry the engines and the rest of the hardware, because that's really the heaviest stuff on the boat. In the corners where you use the bottom, or in rough water, you'll use the bottom, you know, going over waves and things like that, as far as dead rises and breaks and stuff like that. It's really one of the most difficult things to get a handle on, because, you know, an airplane has to deal with air and how air flows over a wing. A standard boat, like a V-bottom, just only has to deal with how it goes through the water. This, you have to deal with both things. You have to deal with air and water, and in a constantly changing environment, because waves are not like a road, they're not static. So it's gonna change constantly. So there's things we can do with weight, moving it around to get balance. We can do things the way we rig the boat, with where we put components, where we put our air bottles, where the batteries are located, where the cockpit is located. You can move that as well to change your CG and to depending on how much lift you have in the boat. So there's just so many things and so many variables in what we do. And we try to do those things one at a time to improve the product and improve the package so that we can win races. Sometimes you have a setup that's perfect for rough water, and then you go to a flat water race and you get whooped, and vice versa. So we want to be good everywhere. And to be good everywhere, you have to be able to adjust your setup for the conditions that they are. Conditions change constantly. Yesterday, you know, it was flat in the morning. It wasn't bad when we went out. By the second lap, it was absolutely ridiculously rough, just because the wind kicked up and it's turned from the east. So you need a little bit of luck also, let's be honest.
High Tech and Robert specifically, the fact that they're on board has been a huge help to us. And I love the synergy between our companies, because we really believe in pushing the envelope and making something that's better and innovating. I mean, we just hit it off right away. Within 5 minutes, it was like, oh, wow, we really line up. So that's been cool.